Germany, where people are proud of their bread-making traditions. This bread-making culture has developed over the years through the skillful hands of bakers. It is now, however, being forced to change. In Germany's current bakery market, large-scale industrial bakeries are increasing their turnover, for example, by operating self-service outlets in supermarkets and offering a variety of breads and rolls at lower prices. In addition to the pressure from these large-scale bakeries, traditional bakeries are facing difficulties in finding younger people who can continue homemade bakery operations and improve working environments. Rationalization of the difficult task of cutting dough by hand. No more automation, which neglects traditional quality. Traditional bakeries are facing new challenges in finding ways to upgrade production facilities and improve working environments without sacrificing the high standard of quality breads made by hand. As a helpful partner for these skilled bakers, RHEON V4 twin dividers are now used by many of the traditional bakeries in Germany. We visited some of these new wave bakeries in Germany. Let's see how V4 twin dividers are used in the daily operations of traditional homemade bakeries. Located in western Germany near Holland and Belgium, Aachen is a historical city with a cathedral built by Karl the Great in the 9th century. Bakery Moss is in a suburb of Aachen, serving the locals by providing a wide variety of breads and cakes. In the production room, RHEON's V4 twin divider is working to produce a variety of wheat and rye breads, Moss's main products. This is Traditionsbrot, or traditional bread, the bakery's best-selling product. After lengthy bulk fermentation, the dough is divided and passed to the shaping station. Dividing without changing dough characteristics and accurate scaling by its gravimetric system are the two main features of the twin divider. At the shaping station, accurately divided portions are transformed into traditional shapes by the baker's skillful hands. He comments, "You can really smell the difference in the aroma at baking if the dough is fully fermented after mixing." The essence of bread aroma is enriched and stored in the dough during bulk fermentation. This is a key factor in making flavorful breads at Moss Bakery. From one-lane dividing to two-lane dividing, the operator easily changes the dividing mode on the twin divider, according to the size of required dough portions. The twin divider offers excellent performance with stress-free and accurate portioning, even with dough that is high in water content and with lengthy bulk fermentation. With pre-programmed control, the twin divider gravimetric system repeats its scaling, cutting, and feedback functions on the inline weighing conveyors, achieving accurate portioning of the dough that runs continuously on the system. Hello, Mr. Moss. Thank you for taking the time to talk with us. What type of dough are you dividing with the RHEON twin divider? We're using our twin divider for wheat mix dough, pure wheat dough, and rye mix dough. What are the main products made with the RHEON? They're breads made from wheat and wheat mix dough. Did you notice any difference in dough resting time or possible water content compared to other dough dividing systems? Yes. Before we used your machine, we couldn't handle dough that was fermented for more than 30 minutes. Now we can handle doughs fermented up to 3 hours. Also, water content in every type of bread has been increased by 8 to 10%. How is the gravimetric dividing function? Are the bread weights okay? So far, yes. We've never had a problem, and I'm very satisfied with the results. Thank you, Mr. Moss. Let's follow the freshly baked breads as they go to one of the Moss shops. At the Marktplatz in Aachen, we find one of the busiest Moss bakery shops just near the cathedral. Welcomed by the aroma of oven-fresh breads, people come into the shop continuously. An employee is introducing the day's specials to customers who enjoy shopping in the at-home atmosphere. The smiling face of this customer, with her favorite breads in her hands, seems to say, "I'm coming again soon." Essen is one of the main cities in the Ruhr industrial area, along with Dortmund and Düsseldorf. Here we visited bakery Holtkamp, which is steadily expanding its operations in the Essen region. This is the main shop of the Holtkamp bakery. The production room is located just behind the shop itself. A skilled baker is now preparing for the production of Weizenmischbrot, or Weizenmisch bread, with 70% wheat and 30% rye, using the V4 twin divider. A batch of dough is placed in a relatively small dough box. It is the exact amount of dough required for this product and was determined in response to customer demands. The bakery, for example, sometimes produces only several pieces of one kind of bread for a specific customer order. Small quantity, large variety production is one of the important features of the twin divider. Regardless of large or small batches, the given amount of dough is totally processed without any leftovers in the mechanism. The twin divider is a reliable baker's tool. Mr. Stefan Holtkamp comments about the twin divider. Good morning, Mr. Holtkamp. Thank you for taking the time to do this video in your bakery. What were your reasons for buying the RHEON divider? The most decisive reason was that it could handle all our dough types, from wheat to rye, and that the dough is properly weighed. Another reason is that we can divide dough with lengthy fermentation times, and we are not forced to divide only fresh dough right after mixing, which we would have to do with our previous old volume dividers. So you are using the RHEON for wheat mixed and rye dough? Yes, and we divide everything from small rolls to big loaves of bread. Are you also using the machine for seasonal products like Wegmeller or Stollen? Yes, we do, and we can now process these doughs right after dividing on the make-up table. Do your employees properly understand the functions and operations of the V4? Feel free to ask anyone. Everybody is satisfied with the ease of operations. We're glad to hear that and wish you continuous success in your business. One additional question about the batch size of your dough. What is the smallest dough batch size you can handle with the V4? Well, we are a small bakery. Sometimes we just divide a small number of breads with the machine. What's important for us is that the first dough piece has the correct weight, and that after we change the desired weight, for example from 500 grams to 1,000 grams, the first piece again has the correct weight. We sometimes do have small volumes of dough, but the machine can handle them all. Do you clean the machine between different dough productions? No, it's not necessary to clean the machine between different dough usage. It's zero cleaning. At the end of the day, we do clean the machine for a maximum of 10 minutes. We also divide brown bread and very soft malt dough, but even then, we do not need to clean the machine. Display cases and shelves in the shop front are being filled with a variety of oven-fresh products from the production room. The twin divider supports this variety production, including seasonal products like stollen and others. Good bread fresh from the oven. Mr. Holtkamp himself talks to customers in the shop. Listening to customers' opinions regarding his bread might be part of the reason for the bakery's success. A photograph is on display in the shop. It shows the bakery in days of old when bread production was not automated and the work done by hand. The twin divider is used in this bakery as part of the move that helps carry on the traditional style of bread making. We see Mr. Holtkamp's philosophy reflected in his breads. Today is another busy day with customers enjoying the gentle aroma of bread in the Holtkamp bakery shop. Düsseldorf, the capital of Nordrhein-Westfalen state, is well known as an international city of commerce. Bakery Pass is located in the southern suburb of Düsseldorf. Deeply involved in the social activities of this region, Bakery Pass is successfully managed by Christoph Pass with his creative way of thinking. Its unique operation was once featured in a major Düsseldorf newspaper. Let's see what kinds of bread are produced here. A batch of dough is supplied directly from a mixer bowl to the twin divider hopper. This kind of dough supply has been designed to simplify the larger batch dough supply for the production of larger loaf breads. Scale dough portions at 1,250 grams come out of the twin divider. Stacking 5 portions, more than 6 kilograms of dough block is shaped into a single large loaf by the dynamic skill of the baker's hand. Here we see the shaping of another product with 3 portions. Varieties of bread are produced in the synchronized rhythm of the twin divider and the bakers. Previously, a conventional overhead proofer line was used for bread production at this bakery. Reportedly, production was inefficient and had a high risk of contamination due to the long distance the dough traveled during the production process. Let's speak to Mr. Pass about his reasons for using the twin divider. Good morning, Mr. Pass. Good morning, Mr. Kleven. Why did you buy this new divider? Well, we were using a divider from one of your competitors which had a small defect and would have required considerable repair. So I said, if we invest any money, then it should be in the right direction. That is, improving our product quality. It was also a logical step to sell all our other bread machine equipment, like the umbrella rounder, intermediate proofer, and long molder, and buy the RHEON dough divider and shape our breads manually. What kind of dough are you processing with the RHEON? From wheat to rye, actually everything. Our 100% rye bread, all our wheat dough, the stolen dough for Christmas, everything. Are there any differences or results in your breads after changing the divider system? Did you notice anything? The breads definitely increased in volume, a minimum of 20 to 30%. We get longer lasting freshness, we use a lot more water in our dough, and we completely eliminated the use of bread stabilizers. And is the weight of the bread correct? Yes, it is. Thank you very much, Mr. Pass, and we wish you well. Thank you. Like any other craftsman who handles his tools with care, the baker carries out a careful checkup and cleaning of the twin divider immediately after the day's production. The baker says it took several hours to clean the old line, very difficult work with a lot of oil and flour in the mechanism. On the new machine, cleaning is such an easy job since there is no remaining dough and no flour in the mechanism. I can devote my time to the main job of production. Different shapes and sizes of breads come out of the oven one after another. They are all appealing and abundant in appearance. Mr. Puss's proud products. Oven-fresh products are presented to customers. This is one of Mr. Puss's shops near Castle Benrath, south of Düsseldorf. Tasty and healthy breads do not last long on the display cases. Germany, the country with the world's largest consumption of bread. A good day always starts with the aroma of oven-fresh breads. Münchingen, a town in the suburb of Stuttgart. We visited Trölsch Bakery, an active bakery. The twin divider in this bakery was one of the first in Germany. Under the slogan, "Rationalization without spoiling bread quality," the performance of the twin divider has been tested here on site with many different types of dough. And consequently, it was purchased much earlier than any other bakery in Germany. With the twin divider in daily production, Mr. Jürgen Trölsch gives full approval of its excellent performance. Well, the demand for Mediterranean bread was growing more and more. We used to use a hydraulic volume divider, and it was a lot of work. And because of the volume of flour we had to use, working conditions were not so healthy, so we decided to search for a better solution. With RHEON, we found good technology. We had an opportunity to test this machine, and my staff was quickly convinced. We improved the previously mentioned production process, and now an operator is in charge of the machine. It allows us to keep our method of bulk fermentation in plastic boxes and, of course, the recipe. Lengthy bulk fermentation in boxes is an important part of our philosophy of creating the best in quality. We could preserve our product character and only change the dividing technology. We're totally satisfied with the results. So you mean that difficult and varied work tasks could be transformed into a harmonious and cost-effective production process? That's right. Since the pressure of the volume divider damaged the structure of the dough, the quality of the product could have been better and more stable. With the RHEON divider, we solved this, and the stable process we have now also allows for more reliable calculations. With the new improvements, can you say your expectations are fulfilled? Oh yes, very much so. It's a pleasure to work with this machine. Of course, the operator of the RHEON twin divider needs proper training to get all the necessary skills. It's not possible to let just anybody work on it. Understanding the technology and identifying with the machine creates the best operator and also helps to optimize machine maintenance, so it works well. Let me also mention that we have improved weight accuracy compared to the previous volume divider. Everything is running well. The Trölsch bakery is also playing an active role in the baking industry. In a competition with large-scale bakeries, they organized an event called Nacht der Backen, or Night of Baking, by opening the production building to the public to directly demonstrate to consumers the joy of making bread. You took part in the Night of Baking, where several bakeries allowed the public to see their production processes. How many visitors were there? We counted between 7,000 to 8,000 that evening. Did you get any feedback from the visitors? We weren't expecting that many people. It was a lot of work for us, but because of the size of our factory, we could handle it. Feedback from visitors was very positive, and many asked if we will repeat this event in the future. I think we will. With this event, we were able to show our customers that their daily food is produced in the best of conditions and with quality. This means we can create a stronger relationship with our customers. Now, when a customer enters the shop, he can see all the baked goods and imagine all the work done the night before, and that this is done every night. So it's a good way to do marketing? Yes. People talk to each other, and we believe this is very good advertising, much better than advertising one of our breads for a special price. We're actually showing them just how a bakery operates at night. Of course, we had more staff members on hand working that night, but our visitors could ask all their questions. And my staff told me that they asked about everything, from raw materials to processes to technologies. They were very interested. Through the production of highest quality breads, Trölsch Bakery is showing the joy of bread making in the handmade baking industry. Let's take a look at another traditional bakery in South Germany, in the quiet town of Herrenberg, south of Stuttgart. This is Bakery Bayer, which has 2 shops in Herrenberg. The bakery is the pride of the townspeople. Being guided by a window light in the darkness of the early morning, we enter the shop. Located in a compact production room, the twin divider is now in preparation mode just before the start of actual production. Well-fermented batches of dough are coming one after another and hoisted into the hopper of the twin divider. They begin with the production of Zwirbelbrot, or Zwirbel bread, with dinkel flour. Currently in Germany, people are paying more attention to this ancient dinkel wheat, which has a higher nutritional value and less potential for allergic reactions. It is a dough with very high moisture content. Wetting his hands, a baker scoops up a dough portion for shaping. The next bread is Genetztes bread, a typical bread in the Schwaben region. Bayer's particular bread contains 100% dinkel flour. Soft and wet dough portions are formed into the traditional shape by the baker. The gravimetric system on the twin divider is easily portioning this soft and wet dough. Let's ask Mr. Jochen Bayer about his twin divider. The main reason was a reduction of 1.5 working hours per day. On the other hand, we wanted to stabilize our high product quality, especially for our soft dough products, and keep it constant daily. How did you produce these products before using the RHEON twin divider? We were using a volume divider, but in the last few years we could only run 2 kinds of dough on this machine. All other products were made by hand. Otherwise, our quality would have really suffered. And this was the reason for the higher personal costs? Yes, that's right. How is it now after using the RHEON twin divider for several months? Very positive. Of course, every good machine needs a good operator, but we have a very good staff and they maintain the machine very well. One final question. Can we say that even for a small bakery like yours, an investment in this RHEON divider is worth the money spent? Definitely. I think you can get an overview of our production program now. We run nearly every kind of dough without any problems. Thank you very much for taking the time for this video today. You're welcome. His shop is now full of oven-fresh breads. Good breads as usual, smiles Mr. Bayer's mother in the shop, showing her happiness in making bread every day for the people of her hometown. Customers are coming to enjoy the Meister's breads, believing they can get good traditional tasting bread. They buy breads with the added value of trust. Thanks to this relationship of trust between baker and consumer, traditional handmade breads remain in the mainstay of German cuisine. The RHEON V4 twin divider is a good and long-time partner for the efficient production of safe and high-quality handmade breads, supporting the bakery's efforts to maintain customer trust.